What up, though? Man, look, man. Tonight was amazing. It's your boy, Spaceship Always the incredible last ship standing in this corner. This is our Monday Night Raw recap. For August. What is this? What is today? August 5th? Today, August 5th, 2024. That was a crazy Raw. Hold on, y'all. I wrote in my notes that they made the Raw after SummerSlam feel like the Raw after WrestleMania, if not better. Jesus. There's some things, of course, on there that I'm not necessarily a fan of. I'm tired of. And we're going to get to that. And we're going to get to what may be happening from that, which I actually think tonight they had the ball rolling. But I really was excited to get on here tonight because I was like, okay, with the Wyatts wrestling, I didn't know how they were going to be. Priest coming. I was scared for Priest. Damien Priest, he grew on me, right? He's grown on me as a wrestler and as a superstar. But I was like, if he go back face, will he be over the top like he was before? I'm like, I don't know. You're trying, man. Did they not show him so many times? And at first, for the first 2 hours, I wasn't even tripping. I wanted to see it. I watched SummerSlam before Raw tonight just to see the Tribal Chief return. Put your ones up. But by the third hour, I knew what they were doing. They were doing their promotion, get ready for Friday, where Roman Reigns is going to get beat up. My prediction, Roman Reigns is going to get beat up on Friday. But they did make sure that people that watch Raw or did not watch SummerSlam got to see Roman Reigns come back. And it's crazy, right? Because before he took his hiatus, we hated Roman Reigns. And all Roman Reigns had to do was become a bad guy, wreck everybody and leave. He came back during COVID. Lord knows, none of us thought that Roman Reigns would be in this position. But I love Raw. I did enjoy it. I'm going to try to recap it. I did write some notes. I didn't write as great notes, and there was things I didn't see, and so sue me. But these is my notes on what I saw from Monday Night Raw. We started with Gunther. We started with Ludwig Kaiser coming back from injury. I think that was dope. I do not think they should have broke up Imperium. We have not seen Giovanni Vinci since he's been drafted over to SmackDown. But Ludwig Kaiser comes out. He introduces Gunther. Gunther walks like a champion. Gunther talks like a champion. Gunther carries himself like a champion. And I want to say I'm happy for Gunther, but once again, Priest was growing on me. But I understand it. Kind of. Because Finn and JD have the title. So that's going to be a little weird. But Gunther comes out. And you knew when he started talking about he can't be surprised and he ain't going to do that. I'm like, who's coming out? First, I thought it was Cena. I was not expecting Orton. And was it me? Or why did they have SmackDown wrestlers on Raw tonight? Why was A-Town Down Under on Raw tonight, right? Why was Orton? Why is Orton challenging? Didn't we all think Orton was going to challenge Cody? Or is there not any big enough names on Raw? Did Randy coming to challenge Gunther expose Raw for the lack of main eventers? Or is it just a matter of the main eventers that's on Raw, they don't want them to lose. Ilya's not ready. Zayn just lost. Jay, you don't want Jay to lose. Priest finna fight Finn. Punk and McIntyre still at it. Rollins finna fight what's the boy's name? Bronson Reed. Triple H is throwing curve balls, sliders, knuckleballs, all that. I did not expect to see Randy. So they made Randy versus Gunther for Bash at the Berlin. Gunther's gonna win that, I feel. I do not think they're gonna give Gunther a 1 month or 3 week title reign. Unless they want to give Randy 16, right? And then have Gunther beat him again. But I don't see Gunther losing in Berlin. Who sees Gunther losing in Berlin? Nobody. So then we had Ludwig Kaiser versus Sheamus. Sheamus won. Peter Dunne came back out there. I saw online this week where people were like, they should put Peter Dunne in Imperial. Man, is it though? I don't know, because let's go back to Gunther, right? Gunther's already had a 666-day reign, right? Do we really want another long-ass Gunther reign? Are we going to get another long-ass Gunther? Gunther will not be. Either Gunther has a nice reign with Drew, Punk, Seth. I see all of these guys being champion within the next year. So is Gunther going to have a long championship reign? And what happens to him then, right? So I do see him to maybe the Royal Rumble. He may be champion to the Royal Rumble. But Ludwig Kaiser is a great wrestler. Underrated. Great talker, great wrestler. And you think Brock gonna come back? I don't know. I don't know if Brock's gonna come back, man. I don't know if Brock's gonna come back yet, right? So, but you had Ludwig and Sheamus, hard hitting. Sheamus is still putting on bangers. He understands his role now. He's not necessarily enhancement talent. He's gonna win, but we don't see Sheamus fighting for titles unless he gets the Intercontinental title, which is the only title he's never won. I could see Sheamus beating Braun Breaker for the title. I would like that matchup. I think that would be a nice freaking matchup. Okay, Sheamus won this match. Peter Dunne did come out, but he couldn't do shit. And Bronson Reed afterwards was talking to Adam Pearce and was upset that Sheamus got a match this week, even though Bronson Reed beat him last week. So he said, you know what? You showed right, player. Tonight, Bronson Reed was from Fafo, Texas, baby. You finna fuck around and fight. And Seth fucked around. Seth ain't had no business. You ain't even have to come out there, Seth. You ain't even have to get beat up like that. You got beat up like that because you want to come mess with Punk. Because you don't like Punk. Let Punk and McIntyre finish doing what they do. You chill in the back, text Becky and shit, see your baby and shit. Don't be out there getting your now Punk. We'll get to it. Next, we had the Damien Priest interview. And I was at this time, I was wondering, where's Mommy? Where's Rhea? Right? Damien came out. I am, after I get off of this, I'm probably going to watch his 24 on the network. I have not seen it yet, so I definitely want to see that. Like I said, I've seen Damien Priest for a long time since he was in Ring of Honor, and I wasn't a fan. Damien Priest is one of those wrestlers who actually made me a fan of his, right? I was not a fan of his, but he came out. He had fire, but he cut a nice babyface promo. He hit all his notes, making sure the crowd, and I think the crowd was ready for him because he fucked with Rhea. I think Rhea is carrying Priest to where he needs to be as far as a face. The Terror Twins, I love it. If they stay together, that'd be dope. Man, if they can get some more people with them. What if Jay and Sammy don't help the bloodline. And that's what I'm thinking. War Games. Damien, Jay, Sammy, and Rhea versus Finn, JD, Carlito, Dom. They got 4 though. Ooh. They would have to get somebody else. So I don't know how that's going to work. Damien Priest going to have to get some help some kind of way. And I don't want it to be the LWO. Please don't let it be the LWO. Please, God, please don't let it be the LWO. No. I'm tired. No. Please don't let it be the LWO. Please don't let it be the LWO. But Finn came and Finn reminded him, last year you cost me the title, player. What up, man? Last year you cost me the title, player. I just bided my time. What's up, sir? Okay, shirt. Look at you. How was it?
My team won.
Congratulations. Shout out to my bro, my frat, Don Juan DeMarlo. His team won. He don't watch wrestling. Now, shout out to everybody who came to the the SummerSlam party on Saturday. My roommate, he don't watch wrestling, but he was in there. And we had fun, and we got fucked up, and we had some good fish, right? So then you see Finn pop out with the Judgment Day, with Carlito and all them. So, okay, cool. Then you had Lyra Valkyria. Shout out to Pat McAfee. Because in NXT, Lyra had the woo with her intro. They haven't been doing that shit on Raw. What you looking for, sir?
I'm just looking at the cables. Trying to get this shit organized.
And so he's been trying to help her get over with that. So that was good. But, Lyra versus Shayna, they kind of segue. Damage Control came out, jumped the stud line. Thank you, sir. Jumped the stud line. And we'll see more of them later, right? So they jump. And I think it was smart because if they're going to try to make Damage Control faces, they do not need to have Dakota Kai wrestling. They need to have Io. They need to have Io because people like Io. People like Io. Dakota's not fun in the ring. She's okay. She's serviceable. But she ain't no Io. Bring Asuka back. You know what I'm saying? So now next week we have the number 1 contender match between Damage Control and the stud line. Io did beat Sonya Deville later on in the night, which I think is cool. I like how they are making sure that there's more women than just a champion that's involved. You got Lyra, you got Kaden, you got Katana, you got the stud line, you got Damage Control. So you're getting a lot of female wrestlers involved. Most of the female wrestlers that's on Raw are involved in the storyline right now, pretty much, which is cool. I'm trying to think of. I don't know any that's not injured or not like Becky, but she's not signed. So I see that they're working all the females, intertwining them, making them something. But yeah, Io's the shit. So then you had your CM Punk interview. Okay, cool. He was happy. And I think everyone was happy because he didn't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kiana. KK, do you love me? Are you riding? And you never have to leave. And so CM Punk comes out, and was it me, y'all? Or when Seth came out, he was feeling real heelish. He didn't chant, he wasn't cocky. And then I saw Revolutionary on his Titantron. That goes back to when he first started with the Messiah. But he came out and he was like, look, 10 months. I've been waiting. I'm ready. 10 months. And so he comes out talking to him. Boom, here comes Drew in the crowd. Drew's such an asshole. I love him. Let me remind you, CM Punk, I beat you. While you up there happy, I beat you. And he showed the bracelet. And that bracelet that is CM Punk's trigger. That's it. That's his trigger. So, pew! CM Punk chases Drew McIntyre. Seth is in the ring. Out of nowhere, here come Bronson Reed, 380 pounds. He gave Seth Rollins, 5 tsunamis, 6 tsunamis? Had the Ken Shamrock blood coming out of his mouth. I say, about time. Bronson Reed fucked Seth up, so they're actually doing something to keep Seth away from them, to let them fight a little longer. Maybe Punk gets his win back. You know, and then they have a triple threat at Bad Blood or something. Or they have another match at Bad Blood and then they go to it. Whatever happens. I want Bronson Reed to beat Seth. They got to save Seth and Punk for WrestleMania. I think they're going to keep teasing it. They got enough time with Drew. I believe that as well. Who's going to be the heel? Who's going to be the face? But he hit him with 6 tsunamis. I want Bronson Reed to be Seth because that way it elevates Bronson Reed. Now when Bronson Reed wrestles, it's more belief. Right now, if Bronson Reed fights on the BLE, who thinks he's ever going to win the match? That nigga been in 15 three-ways and ain't won. I done been in 2 3-ways this weekend and all of them got our dicks up. My bad. Wrong 3-way. Okay. After that, this is the shit that I don't like. Chief Keef. This the shit I don't like. AOP versus New Day. Psych. Right? I'll be down there about 20. So I'm like, again. And I felt like watching the match. I felt like when they was about to make the hot tag, when New Day was about to make the hot tag with Kofi and Xavier, I was like, Xavier finna turn. Xavier didn't turn. And Karrion Kross did what he did. Him and Natalya are my 2 least favorite wrestlers right now. Sorry. Not sorry. I don't fuck with Karrion Kross. I don't fuck with Natalya. They are not. I don't like them when they're in the ring. But Odyssey Jones, that got drafted to Raw in 2023, I think. Did he get drafted this year? Okay, he might have got drafted this year. Finally showed up. Yeah, it was 2 years ago, right? Finally showed up. And Xavier Woods didn't like it. So I'm figuring Big E gonna have to come give the stamp of approval. I think Odyssey might take Big E's place. I think they know Big E might not never wrestle again, so they need to have a third person in a New Day. I think Xavier and Kofi can help Odyssey a lot with him being with them. I did not really like him coming out with a shirt. And maybe I missed it. I had to go downstairs and get my oxtails for dinner. But maybe I missed them giving him a shirt or something. But him coming out with a New Day shirt, I was like, dude, nah. Xavier, calm down. You get beat up every week, my nigga. You get beat up every week. He not finna get a singles title. He Consequences Creed, bro. Be happy, bro. Like, I ain't like you at first either. Because I knew you from TNA. You was teaming with R-Truth. Yeah, Odyssey put them hands on AOP. That double sidewalk slam, I said, ooh, like it sucks because he didn't get the big enough pop. He's been gone so long, people forgot about him. They don't even know who the fuck he is. But it was cool because he got a pop kind of like Brock did when he first came and fucked up, I think, Rikishi. Was it Rikishi he fucked up? Spike Dudley, somebody. So they was like, ooh, I don't know who this is, but ooh, right? So I liked Odyssey Jones coming out. I like what they're doing now. Let's see what's going to happen. Is Xavier going to turn heel, y'all? Do you think Xavier? Yeah, it was Spike. Yep. Will Xavier turn heel? Will Big E come back? Will there be a New Day split? So I'm tired of seeing this feud, right? I like the segue that happened. And at this point, when Odyssey Jones came out, that's when I started thinking like, they making this SummerSlam Raw kind of like the WrestleMania Raw, right? You had Gunther and Randy Orton, you had that surprise. Damien Priest and turned, and you got that boy. And Judgment Day has transformed into Finn's group now. And it's funny. I'm gonna get to that. Rhea and Priest, but it today felt like a must-see Raw. Yeah, Odyssey made the feud worth watching. Today felt like I was not super bored with Raw. Like I wrote notes for Raw. Usually I be playing games on my phone. I catch it. I said, let me watch Raw today, right? So then you had another whack match. It was a good match. It was serviceable. But once again, I thought it was going to be another turn. Now that I will say, I'm tired of seeing so many turns, right? I don't want to get, I'm not a wrestling fan who like to see people turn. I thought Miz was going to, and I feel like Miz for the turn on R-Truth. I watching it. And for me, I'm okay with suspending belief. I've watched wrestling long enough. When things happen, I know they're going to happen, yada, yada, whatever. Like, we'll talk about it again with the Rhea and Damien segment. I knew Rhea wasn't going to powerbomb Liv. It's not yet. Not yet. She will, but not yet. So even seeing this match, first of all, I'm like, why is A-Town down on my screen? Why is A-Town down under on Raw? I don't like A-Town down under. Both of them should be heels for the end of time. I don't like either one of them. Grayson Waller is not effective to me. He's not a good talker to me. He's okay. He's not. You got Miz and R-Truth. They're legends now at this point. Miz is a fucking, yes, say it. Say it out loud. Miz is a legend. Say it. Say it, Miz. The Miz. Real world Miz. That nigga is a fucking legend in WWE. Don't say what you can't do, y'all. Don't tell me what you can't do in this world. He believed he was going to be a wrestler, and he is a 2-time world champion. You know what I'm saying? So you had that match. Whatever. You know, it was cool. And A-Town down under won. So, and then I was also thinking, both of these teams won, and Michael Cole said it, both of these teams won the title at WrestleMania. Neither one have the title. Miz is a fucking GOAT. I was watching his promo he did on Bryan today, too. Miz did shit other people ain't did, man. Then you had the Damien Priest and JD match. I had a few thoughts about this. This was the most JD has been over in a match since he got to Raw. They hated JD today. This was a good match. Big man versus little man. I like that I saw Priest actually act like he didn't like this motherfucker. Right? Don't wrestle him like you just wrestling. Don't just wrestle like you just wrestling another match. Wrestle like you don't like this motherfucker. Right? So it was a good match. It was a really, really good match. Finn came out there, and Judgment Day. Judgment Day has changed from this cool thing to these irritants now. Everybody in Judgment Day is like irritating as fuck, which is good. It's good heat. And of course, we was thinking, where's Rhea? And it was crazy because Finn ran. Remember, Finn ran. And then Rhea's music hit. And I'm like, shouldn't she run into Finn? Because Finn went that way too. And she coming from that way. So how did Finn, because you ran from Priest, how did you not get some of Rick? You know what I'm saying? That's what I noticed. That's what I noticed. It wasn't long after Finn left the ring that Rhea music hit. Rhea comes smartly, did not get in the ring and go that way. She went around. Dom got away, but of course, we knew. Like I said, we knew. But the thing about this, and after Rhea headbutted JD, which I was scared for because that nigga head is huge. And Priest gave him a South of Heaven. This segment gave me chills. This segment, when this segment went off, this segment was like, whoo! It drew me in. I want to see Priest and Rhea beat they ass. I've been lukewarm on the Judgment Day. Yeah, Carlito, he's funny. I like his role in Judgment Day. I do wish he had a little bit more of the young Carlito, because young Carlito, when he spit the apple, he will fuck you up. Carlito can wrestle. Him and Shelton Benjamin had a fantastic rivalry, but it just didn't go. His match, him, Kennedy, and Umaga at SummerSlam, I can't remember what year that was, for the Intercontinental title. That was a great match. Carlito, so I want Carlito to wrestle. I know he's close to 50. I do. I understand, but I want that dastardly Carlito now. I want that cynical. He could be Dom's cool uncle, but I still want that cynical Carlito. But this segment gave me chills, man. Even before the hug felt forced. Priest doing this and shit. That's what I'm worried about. Priest, don't do that. Just be cool ass Priest. Yeah. He definitely in Judgment Day. He was in when they panned out, when Finn was talking and all of them was right there, all 5 of them was right there. He was part of that shit. Carlito was more like I ain't saying shit. This ain't my battle type shit, right? But yeah, so that segment there was my favorite segment of the show. I'm invested. I want to see where this goes. I like Priest. I like Rhea. They have made stars. So good job. Then you had your Io and Sonya match, which we already talked about. I've never been a big Sonya fan. When she got on the mic, I said her mic didn't work. Remember, they had to turn it up. I'm like, that's when you know you bump. That's when you know you whack. That's when you know you chatty, because your mic ain't even loud enough for you to do your interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Zoe. I like Shayna. I don't know. Sonya just hadn't grown on me. And I would love for Kairi Sane to do more. I want to say this, because I see a lot of people talking about wrestlers and pushes and who should be wrestling and all this. Sometimes we don't know what's going on in their personal life. And it's not our fucking business. If they not wrestling, they may be sick. They may have family issues. They mama or somebody might have died. They don't want everybody to know all they fucking business and why. I think my job to get paid as much as I do and I don't have to work. I know I want to see some of them wrestlers too. But like when Pat McAfee was out, he didn't have to tell us why he was gone for them weeks. I was upset he wasn't there. So when we don't see wrestlers wrestle, understand that sometimes it's bigger than our own fucking emotions and feelings about a wrestler. I don't like that. I don't even like them conversations, right? And one day this week, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna do a take on my take on black wrestlers. I'm in a black wrestling group, and I love it. And they're funny and all that. But I be seeing people talk about black wrestlers sometime, and I have my opinion on that. I'm not gonna say yay or nay. I get you, but I have my opinion on that. And so I may do a podcast, with that as well. I'm looking for a co-host as well. If somebody want to ever jump on and recap Raw with me, I always like a different perspective. I don't, even if it's guest, I want to do something different. I like wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. I told you I'm a wrestling fan. So if you like wrestling, you can talk wrestling coherently with me. We can argue, we can banter, we can agree. I ain't finna be on no fuck shit. I don't want to. I cut you off. I think if you're talking quite reckless, but I love that. So let's keep this going. Then you saw the Uso and Sami Zayn segment. They keeping them intertwined, and then Jay brought up winning the tag titles. Woo, title versus title, bloodline. What y'all think? Yeah, Right. And everybody was like, oh, bro, so they wrestling. No, he with his wife, fool. Let that man be with his wife. Like, damn. If a motherfucker want to miss because they want to be with their family or something, like people talk about the Street Profits, right? But Angelo Dawkins, I think grandma just died. That's probably, yeah, I'm a wrestler, but my mind ain't in it. I don't want to do all this other stuff right now. I don't want to have to go to these meetings and sign autographs. I want to go home and be with my granny. So hold on, we good? I'm not gonna get fired, am I? Okay, cool. Some things is bigger than us. Next week, Sammy versus Braun, 2 out of 3 falls. Very, very interesting. I mean, Braun gonna win. Yeah. Braun gonna win. But I love a good 2 out of 3 falls match. I love a good 2 out of 3 falls match. Well, Braun could win 2 straight falls. Braun could win 2 straight falls. I would let Braun win 2 straight falls and then take Sammy off TV for a month or 2 until he come back with the bloodline. They don't necessarily have to win the titles. I don't necessarily want to see Sammy. Jay with a title. Jay didn't win a title with Cody. I'd rather Jay win a solo title. I'd rather either Sheamus or Jay beat Breaker. I don't necessarily want to see Sammy and Jay. That's nostalgic, but their feud is bigger. It don't need titles. Man, somebody gonna die with that kind of screwdriver. But I want Braun to win 2 straight falls. Take Sammy off. Sammy don't need to fight at Bad Blood unless he's fighting with Priest and Rhea, which I don't think is gonna happen. He don't have to. And then after Bad Blood, what pay-per-view is after Bad Blood? I don't know. And after that one, that's because my prediction once again, Roman gonna get his ass whooped. Roman gonna get his ass whooped. Okay? He is not coming back and being big dog off the muscle because he's a face now. He has to come back from something. He has to build his team. If he comes back and whoop everybody's ass, what do you need the rest of the bloodline for? What do you need the rest of the OGs for if he gonna whoop their ass? I don't need Jimmy. I don't need Jay. I don't need Sammy. I whoop all 4 of these niggas ass by myself. Either Hikuleo gonna come, Zilla might come, both of them might come. Somebody gonna come and beat up Roman Reigns. Roman gonna get fucked up. Okay. And then we had finally the Wyatt Sicks. They said that was supposed to happen. He ain't really injured. He good. He sold that. That's a sale job. That was their excuse for him not getting up when Roman came. Because think about it. If he wasn't injured, why wouldn't he have gotten the ring? So they played that. That was what they did that on purpose. It's different, man. It's different. But we saw the Wyatt Sicks. We saw Joe Gacy. We saw Dexter Lumis. And we saw Eric Rowan versus American Made. The name's trash. The name's trash. But it was the Creeds and Cable. Great match. Fun match. Good intro. I like that they don't have Dexter Lumis stalking anybody because them slow movements wasn't good for me. Now he has this Jack Sparrow kind of look, and he's doing shit that he could actually do when he was Sam Shaw back in TNA. I like that. Joe Gacy is a fool. I love Joe Gacy energy in that ring. I think Joe Gacy did a great job tonight, highlighting what he can do with his face and his character, and I think he's only going to get better. Rowan's the OG. Rowan's the OG. Like, we got to put some respect on Rowan's name, right? Like, Rowan came in with the original Wyatts, and then he was with the Bludgeon Brothers, with Luke, and then he was with Daniel Bryan. And I think they won the tag titles, didn't they? Didn't they have the tag titles as well? And he's been in AEW. Rowan needs to keep his mouth closed because that shit looks horrible, but he's a great, solid wrestler. And what I liked is all 3 of these wrestlers, I saw them doing new things than I've seen previously when they wrestled. when they wrestle before, they wrestle certain styles that couldn't highlight why they are good. And I think that's another thing we have to realize. Like sometimes if this is my character, this is how I have to wrestle. All because Brock Lesnar does Suplex City don't mean that's all he can do. Right? All because Gunther chopped the shit out of you. I'll see Gunther is very versed. Right? Sammy, very versed. Right? So I like that. I like that they didn't just job out American Made though. Chad getting pinned. But it was a good match. But it also felt like a one and done. I would have probably preferred something at the end to make this feud keep going. Now it don't look like what's next? What's next? Wyatt Sicks already won. Why do we need to keep fighting them? That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Like, why are they gonna keep fighting them? You know, yeah, that'd be a good match too. Listen, I'm gonna get on here, man. I'm gonna predict WrestleMania. So I'm gonna do some WrestleMania predictions. I'm gonna do some early WrestleMania predictions. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good show though. It was a good show. It was a fun show. It was a solid show. It kept me engaged. I think with Roman coming back has brought a fever to WWE. I think this SummerSlam was probably this Raw after SummerSlam was probably the best ever. I can't think of maybe when Triple H beat Mankind for the title, but that wasn't no. After CM Punk lost Money in the Bank, won the title or kept the title, retained the title, whatever the title, and then Alberto Del Rio won. Maybe I'm trying to think. There hasn't been too many Raws after SummerSlam that you can just sit back and remember like that shit was fire. Tonight was fire. Very good show. I'll probably get this for 4 ships. as far as the show, man. 4 ships. But I love y'all, man. Y'all so dope. You know, we out of here. Make sure you check us out Thursday, the Wild Out Radio Thursday Night House Party at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Our special guest is Aqua Sublet. She's from the MTSS Network. They do podcasts and movies. They got shows on Roku. You want to make sure you chop into this interview. It's going to be crazy and amazing. We love y'all so much, man. Y'all know who it is. This shit. Go and see Spaceship Awaits. It's incredible. This has been In This Corner, Monday Night Raw recap for August 5th. I'm out this thing, man. Peace, y'all.